All right, here we go. Our second match of the day. Well, technically the first. I mean, how you want to look at it, but this one is also going to be a tough defense as well. I was actually thinking to myself this week of using Ather, fallen female Ather, as a far save. She really is like, what's the word? Increasing in value, or becoming a more desirable save option, in my opinion, in comparison to some of the other options. I mean, Black Knight, of course, is up there, or number one at the very least. But then, I feel like Ather is a close second, alongside the Neath Hoggers. I guess I could have probably used, but I already have Neath Hogger Blessed Reanima Season, so I kind of didn't want to waste the blessing there. Even though I also have Ather Blessed Reanima Season, so it is kind of a waste of a blessing, but we don't talk about it. But I was very close to using her as a far save for this week on defense because of the Brave hits, which means I would have been able to use the Erica Ring on someone else. Man, the Fatal Smoke, it's back again, and I still don't know the Null Miracle. I still don't know where it's coming from. Like, I'm looking through this. I don't believe that my boulder does that, so I don't know. Like, everyone on my team is inflicted with the Fatal Smoke, and I don't know which one of these units it's coming from. It's quite alarming because it can actually impact the way that I play. It can actually force me to use a dance, which I'd rather not do since I don't have a cleanser on this team. So it would be really good if I could identify exactly where this is coming from. But as of, right now playing the game, I have no clue. I know it's not I know it's not Camilla, it's not Micaiah, it's not Tree Man, it's not Ather, it's not Erica, so it's not Rhea, so that leaves Boulder, but I don't see anywhere in her weapon or B skill that really... I must be misreading, but yeah, we're going with the melee Gale Force team here. I feel like it doesn't have as much action economy as I would like. A lot of it it's because I can't run Gale Force on Hearthfelger just yet, because I would need the Preempt Screech fodder that I don't have, and I think also I would need the Trample fodder that I don't have. I mean, I could pull for it, but I got 23 orbs. I got 23 orbs, and CWL is literally like end of this week, or as of recording, it's probably already out. So not enough orbs to make that type of rash decision. I'm hoping we get a unit that will solve both of those problems for me. I was looking through the light mythic options, and my god, they are really bad. Like, aside from Peony, the rest of them are kind of like... Rune is okay because as far as range nukes go, he still packs enough punch to be, considered for me to bring him on a match or put him in a lineup. But like, Asker is really bad right now, man. Like, special acceleration, not even special, +1 countdown or -1 times pulse within 2 spaces just isn't great. It's not good where we are in the current state of the game. Asker is really bad. I mean, he can Gale Force, which is more than I can say for Hearthfelger currently, but I threw him into the reserves because I don't use him at all. I don't even consider him, and he's my highest scoring mythics for light. He's my highest scoring mythic for light season, so it's kind of unfortunate that I benched him, or I had to bench him, because he just doesn't fit onto any of the team compositions that I have. I really try to think of a way to build around him, but ultimately it would come down to him being a smite bot, which, I mean, I don't really want that. I have Shadow Smite that does the job of Asker as a smite bot, so
say the word.
Yeah. Here we go, Hearthfelger getting the job done, barely missing out with Camilla here. I think I'm gonna have to use the Plumeria dance, unfortunately. And then get into range so that I can get the +10 true damage. I think we're gonna need it, actually. But just wanted to show that Hearthfulger, I did some testing with her, and she is able to like solo Black Knight, which was impressive. Well, it's not necessarily solo. She does need Plumeria. She does need Plumeria to do her dance, which is why Plumeria is on this team today. I wanted to build a few more team compositions that weren't so tied to Peony and Rune. So my team compositions lately, Rune has to be there because he unlocks the extra slot, and Peony has to be there because it's Peony. So it doesn't leave me a lot of options in terms of team flexibility, which is a problem that I've been running into for light season. I'm a little bit more flexible in Astra Anima season, but for light season, the teams are kind of stuck. So if Peony isn't bonus or if Rune isn't bonus, it's really hard for me to build an offensive team. Yeah, it's really hard for me. So I've been trying to figure out a way to minimize that particular problem, but then also the units that I use, like, you know, the Yunaka team with Golvig, that team is so good. It's really still good. Like, Yunaka might miss a couple of kills here and there, but it's really just whether in regards to Black Knight, it's just whether or not she's able to win the defense check, which with a dance from Plumeria she is able to do. So yeah, that team still works, but unfortunately I had to move Plumeria into the bonus slot this week because I just couldn't figure out how else to get Shez, who's my bonus unit for this week, onto the team, so that the team scored and it would be usable for the week. So yeah, it was really tough making light teams for this season. There we go, Shez is able to take this out now, which is so bizarre, but I mean, we take it. The biggest downside of the Shez is that he doesn't have Disarm Trap. His B skill is locked, so he can't really run it without losing a bunch of his power, I guess. But man, if he had Disarm Trap in his B skill like Thief Layla, he would be way better. Because right now I have to consider my options in terms of where I initiate from with him before I initiate.
This is challenging.
But also, I guess the way that he's built isn't necessarily for him to be disarming traps. He's more of a warp in and kill something type of unit. He's not really a disarm trap kind of guy. Like, you know how legendary Yuri is kind of built around that particular mechanic. Shez, both of them just aren't. So I'm nitpicking for no reason is basically what I'm saying. I'd love to get Hearthfulger in here, but I'm pretty sure the trap, well, yes, the trap in front of this Alir is real, so we're going to have to figure out another way around. I think I should have given her the Celica ring, but I gave her the Erica ring just so that she can have the brave hits and make it easier for her to deal with Black Knight. She does die on retaliation, so if he hits that special, she dies pretty easily, but if she can get both hits off, she typically kills him in 2 hits, which is why I was saying that Trample is probably her best A skill currently, because it gives her the ability to just hit 4 times.
What now?
Even though he does have that Hardy Bearing thing, and her defensive bulk isn't the greatest, Plumeria's dance really does swing that a lot more into her favor. So yeah, I'm looking forward to use her this week. I'm speaking a lot about Plumeria. She is on this team. Like I said, she's in the extra slot. Well, no, actually, it's not this team. It was the Golvig team that I said she's on the extra slot. You can see her. I've been using her already. I've been using Plumeria already, so never mind. I'm just mumbling. But this particular defense is very easy to get stuck on. We do have I probably could have waited 1 or 2 turns just to get everything set up properly, because breaking the structures and going in on the first turn here is actually incredibly complicated and tricky. If I make a mistake, it's an easy loss, but so far things are going okay. I'm taking my time. What you don't see is that I'm taking my time making decision, pausing to think when I run into any issues. This isn't the easiest defense to deal with, and I'm not very familiar with
Name
this
a
team
target.
either. So I'm definitely taking my time to work through things, and it feels like it's going well. No complaints. It's doing pretty well so far. And this is, as I said again, a tough defense. It's not necessarily the defensive units themselves. It's the layout of the defense. He's put the structures around his team in a way that prevents me from being very aggressive. But I still ended up being hyper aggressive here. But it really would have slowed me down had I not decided to go hyper aggressive. It would have taken me a few more turns to get up here and get away. So far, I also want to say the safety fence has not mattered, or Boulder being there to break the safety fence has not mattered because I don't run the safety fence, so it doesn't affect me in the slightest, her existence. But on defense, I have seen where it's helped out a bit against players like that I'm seeing, where it has its potential. I like literally just before this finished updating my defense for Dark Season. I'm not 100%, on its mobility in terms of how it will move and stuff. I think we take out Tree Man here because if Micaiah swaps, it could be a problem.
Mission.
So yeah, we take out Tree Man here just to make sure that everything will work in our favor. And I apparently had more actions than I thought I had.
Don't rush in.
Also, I think I need to give this Lucina the Celica ring just to allow her to be able to warp into spaces like that. Yeah, she's a cav, but it's good to have the extra option in terms of mobility for her. Even though it would have been shut down by the anti-warp, I think I'm definitely going to do that in terms of giving her the Celica ring just to give her more mobility. But yeah, we just have the pots to get now, and then we can call it a day. Very
challenging.
Difficult start to the week, which is peculiar because I'm playing these matches a bit later, or as late as I normally do. So it's very rare that I run into something this challenging to start off the week. 2 back-to-back tough matches. Very, very rare that I run into something this challenging to start off the week, but we're able to get out of here with our win in both of them, or at least, whatever that first one was, what I did. But yeah, we're ooh, should I do this with Shez, or I think we should do this with Shez. I think the Micaiah ring on Shez is so good. The Micaiah ring in general, I feel is really, really good. I think it'll continue to age well as opposed to the Ike ring, which I have no idea what they're going to do with that. It's like, I'm thinking about putting Ike in reserve barracks. That's how bad the emblem ring is, because you do know that once you put them in the reserve barracks, you lose access to the ring. GG's. Got 2 more matches to play. See you in the next one.